Holy smokes, everyone. Elon Musk is literally draining the swamp right now. The information we're getting right now, I think, is the biggest leak of documents and information since WikiLeaks. And it's going to prove that all these conspiracy theorists that people told was crazy were actually right all along, and really, they're just spoiler alerts. We're also going to go over the latest what is happening at Twitter because employees are freaking out. Elon Musk is about to make some huge changes. So let's not waste any time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get straight into the news, the facts, and the data. Well, everyone, this is absolutely hilarious, but this is exactly what should be happening. Everybody should be fact-checked, even the President of the United States. So Twitter fact-checks Biden claim on corporations making billions. Now, I think this is great because the government is coming down hard on misinformation. They're coming hard on malinformation. They want to silence everyone, censor everyone, punish everyone that makes a mistake or does something incorrect. But literally, every single thing that comes out of politicians' mouth these days is just lie after lie. And it's not like they're trying to hide it. They know they're lying, they know we know they're lying, but they're still lying. All you have to do is listen to one of the press secretaries' press conferences and you see how much they're clearly lying. So if we're going to be fact-checked, if we're going to be held accountable, so should they. And Elon Musk hasn't wasted any time on this. Listen to this. President Biden on Friday was fact-checked by Twitter for inflating the numbers of corporations that were making billions. In a tweet reporting to his followers the facts, the president asserted that 55 corporations made $40 billion in 2020 and paid zero in federal taxes. The tweet included context by readers, noting that Biden's Inflation Reduction Act imposed a minimum tax on corporations with the average pre-tax earnings greater than $1 billion. It noted that 55 of the corporations mentioned by President Biden, only 14 had earnings greater than $1 billion and would be eligible under Biden's tax law. So for those who don't know, in President Biden's Inflation Reduction Act, he actually tried to make a law there where corporations earning over $1 billion have to pay a minimum 15% corporate tax rate. Now, I'm all for billionaires being held accountable to pay their fair share of tax, but again, the president has to get his facts right before speaking. Think about what you think about.
Think about what you'd think about.
Now, people, I know what you may be thinking, well, no, that's not draining the swamp. Don't worry, people. It gets better. Just wait a moment. But first, look at this. Elon Musk fires entire Twitter board, making himself sole director. Now, this is very important for free speech and freedom lovers because if you had a board that have to vote on a lot of decisions or make a lot of decisions a lot slower, some people on the board may want to push more censorship, push more suppression of information. But with Elon Musk now being sole director, he can make these decisions on his own, but who knows, there may be another board coming soon. But the biggest bombshell we've found out what's happening at Twitter and also what's happening at Facebook, what we've kind of had suspicions of all along, has now come out to be true. This is some shocking information, documents that have been leaked called the DHS leaks. Look at this, everyone. This is shocking. Leaked documents reveal DHS collaborated with Facebook to target disinformation. You may think targeting disinformation, that's a good thing, right? What could go wrong with that? Well, in a perfect world, it would be fine to get rid of disinformation. But unfortunately, what has happened over the past couple of years, a lot of information that they said was wrong has now come out to be true. And the problem is you give these power to certain people that have biases, may have certain biased political opinions. Well, what happens is when they get that feeling of power, well, they don't just start to censor disinformation, they start to censor things they don't agree with, or they start to silence people questioning them, or they start to silence people that oppose the government. And if we let these kind of things continue, this could lead to very draconian measures like what we're seeing in China. And you know what's crazy, everyone? Look what happens when I Google this. It looks like the results below are changing quickly. If this topic is new, it can take some time for reliable sources to publish information. So that's right, everybody. They're trying to still kind of paint this thing as some crazy conspiracy theory, when no, we have the information, we have the leaked documents, the emails, the text messages. It's looking pretty factual for me right now. Look at this. They say, check the source. Are they trusted on this topic? And come back later. Other sources might have more information on this topic in a few more hours or days. And I did wait a couple of days to see if there was any of the mainstream media that reported on this. And the only one that I could find is Yahoo. Again, just wait till you hear what Facebook and Twitter, Microsoft, all these tech giants are doing right now. Facebook has created a designated portal through which the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, can directly report claims of disinformation to the company. Now, I bring up a tweet here of Li Feng. He's the one that is doing this investigation that broke this story. Look what his tweet says here. Facebook and Twitter created special portals for the government to rapidly request takedowns of content. The portals, along with the NGO partners, used to censor a wide range of content, including obvious parody accounts and content disagreeing with government pandemic policy. So everyone, it is not a conspiracy anymore. We have the documents, we have the proof that these government departments, they have special portals at Facebook, at Twitter, where they can directly go in and say, you know what, we don't like this tweet, censor it. You know what, we don't like this tweet, delete it. You know what, we don't like this person, ban them immediately. They are fighting the establishment and they are fighting our agenda. Because what are their excuse? Well, the First Amendment doesn't apply to us because we're a private company. If we don't like you, we can tell you to leave. And yes, they can do that. But if all of a sudden they're colluding with the government, if all of a sudden it's the government censoring people's speech, well, the First Amendment does apply. Despite shattering its widely unpopular Disinformation Governance Board in early 2022, the DHS has continued its underlying plans, documents obtained by The Intercept revealed. And again, people, this is something we've all been suspicious of for years. Remember, Snowden tried to reveal this. He tried to leak this, that the government is spying on you, the CIA, the FBI, they're spying you. And even Mark Zuckerberg recently did an interview with Joe Rogan, admitting that the FBI came to him in 2022 and asked him to suppress, like the Hunter Biden laptop story. The investigation relied heavily on leaked memos, emails, and documents, as well as public documents stemming from an ongoing lawsuit. It shows that despite the DHS initial backtracking of Disinformation Council, it remains actively involved in lobbying tech companies over misinformation and disinformation. So that's right, everyone. There was this huge pushback on this Disinformation Council because people knew what it would lead to. But of course, they've created some backdoors, they've created some secret agencies, kept it on the down low, hush hush, and they are doing this in the background, and they hoped it would stay secret, but now this story is being broken, and the truth is coming out. And listen to what this Microsoft executive says. This is absolutely crazy. Platforms have got to get comfortable with government. It's really interesting how hesitant they remain. One Microsoft executive, formerly a DHS official, texted DHS Director Jen Easterly in February. So that's right, these big tech lords, they are working directly with the governments. You know what this is a definition of, everyone? Fascism. Because what has the internet triggered? It's triggered huge amounts of free information. It's allowed people to find the truth on so many topics. It's allowed decentralized information, and it's allowed for independent journalists or independent people to share their views on the world. Because before, the government used to be able to have the mainstream media or their state-sponsored media where they'd be able to channel all their propaganda through. But now the internet, they don't have that stranglehold on information, and the mainstream media is losing power. And that's why they're now coming to social media to try to get some of that power back. The investigation focuses on a subgroup within DHS known as the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA. CISA, along with the FBI, met regularly with social media entities as recently as August. Notes that show during these meetings, platforms such as Twitter were requested to process reports and provide timely responses to include the removal of reported misinformation from the platform where possible. And none other than former Twitter executive Vijaya Gadde. Vijaya Gadde, former general counsel for Twitter, who was fired this week as part of Musk's effort to clean house, was part of an advisory committee overseeing CISA at the time. During her tenure, Gadde helped draft a report advocating that the body expand its role into the information ecosystem. So thank goodness she's gone, but there's many more like her in the industry. One of The Intercept's biggest finding was that the FBI agent who played an instrumental role in pushing social media platforms to center the infamous New York Post story about Hunter Biden's laptop continued to shape DHS policy discussions. The DHS Facebook portal remains active, and the government agency Meta, Facebook parent company, and the FBI have yet to comment on the matter. Well, everyone, it's going to be very interesting to see how they can explain themselves out of this one. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Who also is at these meetings are big banks like JP Morgan. We're seeing debanking happen more and more right now, and this is what's going to happen in the future. If you say something wrong, you won't just get censored or you won't just get deleted from Facebook, Twitter, etc. You're also going to get debanked, which is what we're seeing happen to many individuals right now. Now, there's also some other big moves that Elon Musk is making right now at Twitter. So Elon Musk has pulled more than 50 Tesla employees into Twitter takeover. Now, this could be a smart move because I'm sure Elon Musk doesn't really trust a lot of these Twitter employees right now. I'm sure a lot of these Twitter employees hate Musk, so he's taking some of his best, brightest, some of the people he trusts in Twitter to review the code, review what they're really doing at Twitter, and find out the facts and find out what they've been doing for all these years. Tesla CEO Elon Musk, now sole director and CEO of Twitter, is asking employees of the social network to redesign their subscription and verification system within 1 week. So that's right, everyone, and this is causing people to absolutely freak out. Musk is now saying it's going to cost you $8 a month to have your blue check verification symbol, because what he's trying to do is trying to get the platform away from having to rely on advertising. Because what I think is going to happen, you're going to see a lot of advertisers pull out of Twitter because Elon Musk is going it now. I think you're going to see the establishment try to bankrupt Elon Musk by shorting Tesla, crashing Tesla stock. They're also going to try to convince companies and banks to pull out of Twitter and take all the capital away, because again, they're terrified that he may drain the swamp and reveal what the elites have been doing. Musk has authorized dozens of autopilot software engineers and other Tesla employees to do code reviews and more at the social media network. Twitter employees say managers instructed them to work 12-hour shifts 7 days a week to hit Musk's aggressive deadlines and that their jobs are at stake. Now, people, this is very unfortunate for the Twitter frontline employees. I have sympathy for them. I don't have sympathy for, the executives that are getting millions and millions of dollars in severance payouts. But unfortunately, the cold hard truth is Twitter is absolutely bleeding money. Elon Musk severely overpaid for Twitter. It was very unfortunate. I think it was really only worth $25 to $30 billion at most. And all these advertisers are pulling out. So Elon Musk is going to have to trim the fat, and he's going to really need the employees to, not be able to have their wine on tap anymore, not be able to have their lattes every day, their all-you-can-eat buffet lunches, playing games all day and watching the sunset. They're going to have to pull up their sleeves and do some hard work in order for Twitter to become sustainable. But again, we just got some new breaking news today that unfortunately maybe up to half of the Twitter workforce is going to be cut tomorrow on Friday. Look at this. Musk plans to eliminate half of Twitter jobs to cut costs. Twitter new owner aims to reduce workforce starting Friday. Remaining employees will be asked to return to the office. Now, this is massive, everyone. There was rumors he was going to eliminate up to 75% of the workforce, but Elon Musk has come out and said, no, it's not true. But still, there is going to be massive job cuts, like they're saying, all the way up to 50%. Elon Musk plans to eliminate about 3,500 jobs at Twitter Inc., or half of the social media company's workforce, in a bid to drive down costs following his $44 billion acquisition, according to people with knowledge of the matter. Musk and a team of advisors have begun weighing a range of scenarios for job cuts and other policy changes at the San Francisco-based Twitter. The people said, adding that the terms of headcount reduction could still change. In one scenario being considered, layoff workers will be offered 60 days worth of severance pay, two of the people said. So what people are saying is Elon Musk, he's gone to the management teams and he's asked them to write up 50% of their employees that can be cut. He's asked to find out what are the employees contributing most to Twitter code, what employees are doing the best job, what employees need to stay. But unfortunately, all those people that have been slacking off, been drinking too many lattes, they're going to be getting the boot. In recent weeks, Musk started hinting at his staffing priorities, saying he wants to focus on core product, software engineering, server operations, and design will rule the roost, he tweeted in early October. So everyone, some big changes happening at Twitter, and hopefully for the better. Hopefully we're going to see more information come out on what the government has been doing with these social media companies like Facebook, Twitter. And now that these social media companies actually have some competition, hopefully the censorship and the people getting their accounts deleted, people getting all their work deleted, becomes less and less frequent. And I think this is only the beginning, and we're going to have more and more bombshells released in the coming days. But everyone, what do you think about all of this? Let me know down below. Now, for all my loyal viewers and subscribers still watching, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.